Hey guys, welcome back to Feed the Beast Ultimate. Back in our Skyblock. New day has dawned. Well, it's noon. I guess I woke up a little late today, but it's a new day nonetheless. And I've been a little bit busy since the last episode. You can see I went in and planted a birch tree here in the front and the back. Got us a new little chest here. This is an apiarist chest that I made up. Been working on the bees a little bit. Haven't really had too much luck with them. As you can see, these guys are done. Someone actually noted that I had the rocky drones and princesses from my quarry sitting in my chests back in our workshop, in our storage room. So I went ahead and went in and grabbed those. They actually told me that they work, sometimes they work through the night and they'll be able to work in harsh conditions. I actually had some work before like this, but I haven't had much luck lately. It's been giving me the hostile environment. So what I've been doing is going in here, looking for a wintry princess, combining that with a rocky drone, and that seems to be working lately. So just letting the combs, stack up in there for now. Apiarist chest is pretty nice. I've been actually enjoying it. I went out and looked for some bees. I got some more meadows, some marshies, some tropicals, some marble, just a few of each, and then kind of doing a little bit of breeding with them. That's why I got quite a few in there so far. And haven't had any luck with any leaf pollination lately. Had one on our spruce tree over here, right here. And what it was actually a red spruce sapling. So I planted it, and I looked at it, and it's basically the same as a regular spruce tree, except all the leaves were at the top. The wood was the same, and even when I chopped it down, it still said spruce wood, so I don't know. Haven't had any luck lately. Hopefully we will soon. But that's not what I'm going to work on today. But if you guys do have any tips about this, feel free to put them in the comments section. But we're going to be working on something a little bit different today. And I've actually done a little preparation work for us. So hopefully this will go by a little bit smoothly. I know we've been doing a lot of crafting lately. I'll show you something else that I made up since the last episode. It's these two things, these tanks. And inside these tanks are actually molten ender and molten redstone. These tanks are actually pretty easy to make up. If you type in tank or tan like I did, you see it right here, a portable tank. All you need is a tin ingot in the center and hardened glass on the top, bottom, left, and right, and that'll make you one portable tank. And these guys are pretty nifty. If I change this top to an input of blue, I should be able to use my wrench here to right-click on this tank, and it should empty into our liquid transposer. Our molten redstone looks like it actually came down too, but it can't go in there because we have molten redstone in there, or molten ender in there. So the only way that I know to get that back the way I had it was to pick them up again, place this back down, switch this to yellow, and then that drains back into our portable tank. So that's two things that I've worked on there. I've also made ourselves a nice little room here, and this is what we're going to be working in today. A nice little open area right here. You guys might be wondering what we're going to be doing. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys, we're actually working on a way to process our ores that we get in from our quarry. And I've been trying to think about a couple different ways to do this. Hey buddy, how you doing? Oh, get out of the floor there, buddy. Uh-oh. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, get on top of that. There you go. You're good. And I've been trying to think of a couple different ways to get this working the way I want it, because I'm still learning applied energistics here and there. I really don't know it fully yet, and I've just been kind of messing around. Like, someone actually suggested using this. This is a ME dark cable. If you put this between an ME controller, I think an ME chest, or anything that you can use to supply power to from your ME controller, you can actually turn everything on or off. So I just turned all the drives off, turned off the access terminal, so if I right click on it, it says unable to communicate. Turn it back on. Everything kind of lights back up, and I have access to my terminal again and all my items. It's one way to help conserve on power, I believe. Even though when I turn this off, it still blinks sometimes. Like it's still kind of using energy. So I don't know. I just leave it on. Plus I got infinite lava. But I like to have that on. I was thinking about using some type of wireless redstone, like maybe a wireless receiver, to be able to turn this on or off at will. Thought maybe that might be kind of neat. With like a latch gate or something. I don't know. Also refined our quarry input here, or our quarry output, into our diamond transport pipe here, sending dirt, gravel, and cobblestone into the void pipe. I know it's connected up to the diamond chest, but it doesn't do anything. And then everything else besides those 3 blocks send into this diamond chest, which then are exported, even though that says import, are exported out of this into our network. Oops, I have a bad habit of doing that. You'll probably see me do that quite a bit. And so all of our items will go back into there. Now I want to be able to take the ores like iron ore, copper ore, tin, silver, all of our ores that we can macerate or pulverize and make ingots into. I want to be able to do that in a different room. And that's why I made that other room up. So let's go ahead and get started for today. Like I said, I've been doing a little bit of work on this, so let's just jump right into it. I think I need to move you. And, you guys have been giving me some decent names, but, Mr. Jenkins is a name that's sticking with me, I think. And I think we're going to call you Mr. Jenkins. And I think I've finally figured out why when I see him, Mr. Jenkins comes up with me. Because, I always kind of associated Jenkins with a butler. And that might have been from a cartoon series, possibly. And penguins always look like butlers to me. Because, butlers kind of had the black suit and the white in the front and all that. So I'm going to call him Mr. Jenkins. And Mr. Jenkins, I'm going to need you to go in the other room for me. So let me open this up for you. Because I'm probably going to have to do some digging in here. Yeah, stay right there. Might as well go ahead and think ahead. I don't want you breaking anything open. You stay right there. There we go. Now, you don't mess up my room. This is my oh, nope. That's my temporary bedroom, okay? I don't want you messing it up. I still use it. So you be good in there. Thank you, Mr. Jenkins. Alright, now, to get started, I've also made up a pulverizer and powered furnace, which we have in here. To make a powered furnace, it's pretty easy. You just need a machine frame, which we've made that before. 2 bricks on the side, redstone on the top, copper ingot in the bottom right and bottom left, and a redstone reception coil in the bottom slot. That'll give you a powered furnace. So we're going to be using that and our pulverizer today. Now, let's see. How do I want to do this? This actually leads into our other room we made perfectly too, might I add. I think I'm going to need access underneath. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and clear this out a little bit. Grab us a little bit of cobblestone. I'm going to turn on my my flank control because I don't trust myself over this. I don't like flying over the void. Gets nerve-wracking at times. But I think this will work. There we go. Now I can make us a little bridge there. Kind of seal this side in. Same there. There we go. Now we got a nice little crevice to work in. And I need some ME cables, which I made a few more up. We're going to connect these guys and pull these over this way. Now, I was thinking about using this little area right here for power. And the reason why I want to put a power source down here is because I don't want these two machines to be bogging down this system out here if I ever need it. This liquid transposer, the magma crucible here, uses 36,000 MJ, so it uses quite a bit of power to, change redstone into molten redstone and ender pearls into molten ender. So I want to be able to have this on its own little network. These guys are out here because, I use these three machines right here primarily to make more thermal expansion items, like, more magmatic engines with our induction smelter, or, more redstone energy cells or conduits or tesseracts. I need these three machines. Not really so much this pulverizer, but I kind of use that with our induction smelter here to pulverize the obsidian, and I have it sending over. You see the red outputting it to the left and sending it over right here. So that's what I've been using this for here. And I want it to have its own little power source, so we got that downstairs. So I want this to have its own power source, and I'm thinking about using magmatic engines. That way I don't ever have to worry about power. I think I'm going to use our ender tank from our quarry and two magmatic engines that we use for our quarry also. You see we have our quarry with us and some item tesseracts. Everything we used for our quarry is on us right now. I think I'm going to go ahead and use these. Ah, there we go. Got my redstone energy conduits all ready to go. I think I'm going to have to move this cable though. Can I go this way a little bit? Ah, yes, I can. Sweet. That'll work. Let's get those guys out of the way. Place these two guys down. Flip them the proper way. Set them to output. I think I might actually have this set up to a energy cell, because I do have two. I still got that other one underneath there, and I can make another one up later. Just in case we ever do run out of lava, we'll have a nice little energy cell still going for a little while at least. But I don't really foresee us running out of lava anytime soon. So let me see. Let's see. Pull this up. Do that, and then I need to set this to output. Put our pulverizer first, and then our powered furnace after. So we'll put here, here. Alright, so they're both gaining power. Awesome. I think I'm going to need some liquid ducts. Do I have any liquid ducts? I think I actually have some in here. There we go. Connect these two guys up. Place our ender tank on top. Flip the switch on to drain some lava into them. And there they go. Now they're pumping. Got power going up. That's good. So these guys will have their fair share of power. Alright, now we gotta work on getting this guy hooked up. Now remember when I made up the export bus for transporting our items into our network and it didn't work? Well, I think I finally figured out what we can use this export bus for. I also made up another import bus, but figured out what we can use this for. And I think I'm gonna go and bust these two guys out. If we place this on the back and connect it with this ME cable to our terminal here, we should be able to place ores in here, and it should pull it out of our system into this, and it'll just kind of go at its own pace, and then we'll send it back into our system as ingots when it comes out of here. So let's go ahead and make sure this is all set up properly. We don't need anything coming in or out of the top, nor the left, nor the bottom. But on the back, we do need it to bring in an item, which is blue, and that's the back. You see there's blue. And on this, we want to set this as orange, because setting this as orange, it sends out any byproduct out to the right as well with all the other items. All right, and our powered furnace looks like it's set up right. I'm just going to turn everything else off. And we want our items to output on the right. So if I open up this, pull me out a item tesseract that we have made up. Place that there. If I set this to owner only, send only, we'll set it back to our quarry. That'll send all the items back through into the diamond chest, which will go back into our network. Ah, clever. Clever, he says. And this will just kind of work at its own pace. You know, it doesn't really use a whole lot of energy, and I can't really use macerators right now because they're, they're a little bit of a pain to use, or actually not use, but to make, really. Greg Tech is not very nice to us. Like, let me show you guys. We need 3 diamonds, advanced circuit, and 4 flint. So this is a little bit easier, and I think probably a little bit more efficient way of doing this. Plus, I really like thermal expansion, so this will work for me. That once I clean this up a little bit, I think it's going to look very nice. You know what I could do? Could go ahead and make up some more stairs. Do something like this. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad, does it? I don't think it looks too bad. Don't put that back and put that back. I think this is going to work. All right, but I do need access to this. I just wanted to take a look and see how that would look. I do need access to this export bus. So let's go into our system and pull out one of each item that we want pulverized. So I'm going to want tin, lead, iron, copper, silver. I don't really want to do aluminium or aluminum. It's actually aluminum. There's no I there. I don't want to confuse people because there is something else around that says aluminium instead of aluminum. So I got silver, I got copper, I don't think I really want to do galena ore. Tungsten, I don't know if it still does anything or not. Bauxite ore, I've been using that dust for the industrial electrolyzer. Monazite, I believe, is for the MFS stuff. The MFF stuff. The ferrous ore, I think I'll keep because I can use that to make Invar when I pulverize it. So I think that'll do us for now. And I'm going to take one of each of these items, place it into the back of our export bus. And what this should do is have this going. So you can see the lead ore is coming in first. It's pulling all the lead ore out, which I'll go ahead and put that in there. And then sending it over into our powered furnace, which then should be making its way, oops, come on, get back through there. Right there, so you can see it's making its way back into our chest, which you don't really see it but for a split second. But then it goes back into our ME terminal, our network. So it's a nice little handy system, I think. It works at its own pace. It doesn't use up a whole lot of energy. And I can sit here and run my quarry all day as long as I got space in my network. I think this is going to work out very nicely. There we go. I got this whole big old room in here and I don't really need it for anything else. But I made it this size for a reason. Just in case I ever decided to update. Like if I ever wanted to, add in macerators, rotary macerators, induction furnaces, and other power sources, I have room to do this. I don't really have any purpose for doing that now, because I got it all taken care of with these 3 little blocks here. That looks pretty good. So as soon as all of the lead is done, the silver should send over. And then back in through the system. This way it doesn't, you know, overfill anything. There's no, you know, overfill on behind the pulverizer. There's no overfill coming from the quarry. And it's all, you know, nice and safe in our network, and then it pulls it right on out when it's ready for it. When it's done with this, say for instance I pull this out, look, it's going to bring in copper because there's none left in the network. There's no lead left in our network, so it's going to pull out all the copper. And then as soon as this is done, it's going to start pulverizing all of the copper after it pulls this silver dust out too. So it's a nice little efficient system, I like to think. Mr. Jenkins. Ah, there you are. Good to see you're okay. And you haven't gotten in any trouble or pooped on the floor. Good. Alright, now let's go ahead and clean up this room. Place our cobble back. And we should be good to go. Awesome. So everything's working nice and dandy. Now, if we do have this off, and we turn this all off, you might think, oh, Bedley, well, you're going to lose all your items. Well, no. And some people might think that. Some might not. You know, some of you guys might be confused about it. But all these items should just wind up sitting in this diamond chest. That's why I have a diamond chest here. So if I do have my quarry on, all this power runs out. You know, I have plenty of room for my quarry to, you know, fill items up in here, and then allow me to go back to the nether and get everything plugged back up. You can see all the lead's starting to stack in there. So I turn that back on, and that fixes that problem. Nice. Looking good so far, I think. I'm going to pull all these bees out. So that's what I wanted to do today. Got that taken care of awesomely, I think. Pretty well, in my opinion. Let's go ahead and put these guys back. Take a look at our bees and see how they're doing. Alright, so we got a Rocky Princess. These guys are almost done. You guys might be wondering where I got the proven frames from. I actually got them from the villager, trading him some emeralds. Let's go take a talk with him real quick, and I'll show you guys what else he has for us. I think he has something else. Excuse me, sir. I need to talk with my friend in the back there. Would you please move? Thank you. So we have, you know, a dripping comb, and then the next one is trading him an emerald for a proven frame. Now we can also... Where did he go? Where is he at? What'd you do with him? Please move. There we go. So now we can also trade 24 oak logs to get an apiary, which might actually be an idea. Could probably do that fairly easily if I flew around real quick and got some logs. Could cut some trees down real quick. It's only 24. Yeah, why not? Let's go ahead and cut some of these trees down. I'll take just a quick second. I just want to get me another apiary. This is easier for me. That way I don't have to go through and make brass from copper and tin. So I don't really have a whole bunch of all those made up yet. Like, I don't have a whole bunch of smelted tin ingots or copper ingots made up yet. But I have it all working. Slowly but surely, it's working its way through our system now. So all I gotta do now is change all this spruce wood, arminium stone, into oak wood. This should work. I just want to test to see if it does. Right, where's our friend at? Can you come over here, buddy? Oh, I kind of... Oh, look at that. It kind of draws them in. Sweet. Alright, so let's go ahead and give you some oak wood. Oh, look, it does work. So get ourselves an apiary from that. Now, I don't know. Is he gonna... I don't think he's gonna be able to give us anything else. But that's a pretty nice villager right there. You know, we can get combs with 2 wheat. 6 proven frames with 1 emerald. And with 24 oak wood, we can get an apiary. So, guy, I don't want you to go anywhere. I like you. So let's go ahead and make our way back to our skyblock. I guess we could put the other apiary over here. I don't know if I'd mentioned this before, but I do plan on... Yeah, I'm going to have to clear out the sky above. There we go. And I do plan on making some type of area or building with a glass roof above it. That way the snow doesn't stick to the glass, and that way they have direct sunlight above. Some kind of building for these guys eventually. And then I'll have some outside, possibly for some tree breeding if I need them. So what else do I want to do? Someone actually noted that, hey, you know, your area is getting a little congested. And it is. I got my little work area out here. That's pretty much what this is. And I think I'm going to have to start moving some of this soon. Because it is getting a little, I don't know. It's not really getting too congested. Still got a nice little open area, but I don't really like having to walk out and avoid the Twilight Forest portal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of move this over real quick. We're going to do a little landscaping real fast. And if I'm not mistaken, yeah, I figured that would happen. But we'll fix that. Don't worry. Well, get it back. Ooh. Oh, that scared me. Uh-oh. Gonna block that off. Do I have a water source? Let's actually go ahead and get some buckets real quick. Just to be safe. I'm going to grab another stack of cobblestone. Pick that guy up, and let's block this off. Pick up our torches. Kind of start cleaning this area up a little bit. Careful around the books, Bentley. Ooh, gotta be careful with this power tool here. This thing's touchy. Very, very touchy. There we go. Now, I think I might just go ahead and put these guys off to this side a little bit. Not too far. I'm not going to make too big of a platform. But I just kind of want to move them off to the side a little bit. They have been getting in my way a little bit here and there. And I think this will be good enough right over here. Now I do plan on building me a house later on. I just don't know where I'm going to do that just yet. Let's go ahead and change most of this into some grass to make it a little bit more friendlier. There we go. Place some torches around this guy. Way he doesn't freeze up on us. Make our infinite water sources. Place some flowers around here. I think you can use just about any flower, I think. So we'll do that. Place our lily pad back. Change all this into grass that we can. Then I think our next form of business soon is making us a workroom for all of our project tables and some of our chests. Maybe move all this into our network and then have a terminal in our work area. And then I'll make a place for all that too. I think that'll work. Let's actually continue this on a little bit. Let's finish making our twilight portal. Grab us a diamond out. Uh-oh. Now, someone said that this doesn't count as lightning, so we'll see if this works or not. It says it's supercharged. So I guess it worked. Guess that's one way for it to work. Huh. I didn't think it was gonna work. Haha, you guys are good. Someone said it wasn't gonna work though. Maybe that was a different version. They might have upgraded it since then. So apparently you can push stuff with this. It's like a little bit more powerful or something. It doesn't seem that much more powerful. Ah, she's gonna fall. Let's see. Let me go ahead and take a look at something. Gravity. Oh, it's supercharged. That's for sure. Showing that's the recipe too. I don't have any bad guys to shoot or test on. I could go find some real quick. Let's go ahead and jump into the twilight. Yeah, our portal hasn't moved. The old one, which sat right there, kind of got blued up by a creeper. Luckily enough, I always had my linking book back to my overworld in my bag here. Made my way back, and also made a little room down here, just in case I didn't, with an overworld linking book down here. So let's see what this does. Wow, that actually's got a decent range on it. Seems like it's a little bit more powerful. There you go, buddy. Well, that's neat. Well, I got a supercharged gravity gun. And our Twilight Forest looks like it's working fine, so that's good. Back to normal. Awesome. Alright, so before we end off, let's go ahead and head on back inside. Mr. Jenkins, looks like you're doing well. Check out our system out here. Looks like tin or silver is coming in. Possibly tin. Looks like tin's coming in right now. Looks like some of our copper's made its way through already. Let's actually take a look again. Go ahead and put all that back in there. Resort this out. Actually, sort by... That's what I like to sort it by. Priority or cell number. That way some of the items are kind of together like the shards here. Alright, so we got our ingots down here. Looks like it's I think it looks like it's already made its way through the copper. It's working its way on the tin right now. Let's go up and around and take a look at it. Yeah, it looks like everything's working just fine. We got tin ore in here, iron dust as a byproduct from tin sometimes, and then our tin smelting it up into ingots for us. So everything's working nice and fancy. Alright guys, well I think that's going to about wrap it up for today. I'm going to be working soon on possibly getting us a workroom made up and deciding on where I want to put that, and getting all this stuff moved out and up there, and possibly making some newer cool gadgets from Applied Energistics as well. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think. If you have any tips, tricks, or comments, feel free to put them in the comment section down below. If you guys would rate the video, I'd greatly appreciate it. And until next time, we'll see you guys then. Goodbye.